Hi everyone, get ready to lose yourself in a story that will immediately captivate you. We're going to take a closer look at a series of images of 44-year-old Elin Nordegren that have sparked one of the most heated online discussions today. Since the pictures went viral on social media and other news websites, some viewers have called her the most indecent woman in the world. To see all the revelations and surprising twists that these images have in store, be sure to watch through to the very end. I promise that before you form your own opinions or draw your own conclusions, it is worthwhile to discuss every aspect. For those who may not be quite familiar with her story, Elin Nordegren is a name that many people associate with high-profile partnerships and a life lived in the spotlight. Over the years, she has been the subject of significant debate, as well as admiration due to her personal decisions and the photographs that portray her in a way that defies traditional expectations. These latest photos are raw and unprocessed, with no staged scenes or filters to conceal anything. There is no space for interpretation. Whether or not you find Elin's style bold or provocative, she has chosen to express herself in ways that are unconventional. With each frame capturing a moment of her unique personality, these photos offer a glimpse into a part of her that few have seen before. There has been a strong reaction to these images. Some see the images as exhibiting a level of boldness that borders on immorality, while others see them as a new expression of confidence and self-reliance. In using the term indecent, it is important to note that we are not suggesting something objective about her character, but rather that these images defy the standards that are often expected of women of her age and background. Elin isn't hesitant to flaunt her individuality in these pictures. Together, her mannerisms, the clothing she dons, and even the camera angles produce an overall aesthetic that challenges social norms and provokes contemplation. Regardless of how you feel about the title that has been given to her, the impact of the photos is evident. What truly interests me about these photos is the blend of artistic expression and personal statement they portray. Every image seems to have been carefully selected to emphasize a different aspect of her personality. In several of the photos, her relaxed yet assertive posture communicates a sense of independence and a reluctance to blend in. In others, the lighting and composition really accentuate the nuances and curves of her form, giving viewers a completely new perspective on her. The contrast between what society often expects of a 44-year-old lady and the images that are currently in front of us sparks an interesting discussion. Is it a celebration of independence and self-confidence, or does it go too far in being unduly revealing? These kinds of questions are being discussed by everyone. The choice to release these images to the public is a statement in and of itself. Elin Nordegren seems to be expressing that she is comfortable in her own skin by refusing to be constrained by traditional rules. The pictures make us examine our own ideas of morality and beauty and push us to see past outward appearances. Throughout history, public figures have regularly used their image as a vehicle for expression, and this is still the case today. We've made great strides in redefining what it means to be a modern woman, one who is confident, vocal, and unwilling to challenge expectations, as evidenced by the debate around these photos. As you go through your social media feeds or read various online reviews, you may have noticed that the comments on these photos are as passionate as they are divided. She is praised by some users for her courage and for breaking free from the restrictions imposed by society's discriminating conventions. Her choices, however, have drawn criticism from some who contend that the images are too personal or that they force other people to impossible standards. It is precisely because of this disagreement that the topic is so fascinating and worthy of discussion. Each like, comment, and share adds to the growing conversation about personal freedom, self-expression, and what it means to be authentic in today's world. Social media platforms have played a significant role in this discussion's dissemination. With millions of people globally, images like these may become viral almost immediately. Each post and tweet contributes to the conversation on what makes for proper or suitable public imagery. But for many, it's about more than just a set of photos. It's about a more comprehensive conversation about uniqueness and the ability to express oneself, however one feels most genuine. In many ways, Elin's images have come to symbolize this ongoing struggle against rigid social standards, inviting viewers to participate and share their own opinions about what is beautiful and decency. It's also critical to consider how these discussions impact our views on aging and self-acceptance. In a culture that usually values youth over experience, images like this can have a profound effect. Elin Nordegren's age of 44 represents a shift in how we view time, proving that confidence and charm are timeless. The woman in the pictures has come to terms with every phase of her life and is refusing to let her past determine who she is. This is a welcome change from the usual narrative, which all too often emphasizes youth and uniformity, according to many fans. In contrast, Elin is a living example of how to be genuinely good by being true to who you are, and that beauty exists at every stage of life. it becomes clear as we gain more knowledge about this topic that the controversy surrounding these images is about more than just what is immediately seen. It is also about the deeper meanings they portray. The long-standing tradition of using imagery and art as platforms for social criticism is not unique to these pictures. They force us to consider our own biases and if our ideas of decency are based on genuine concern or antiquated social norms. When seen in this light, the images serve as a catalyst for longer discussions about freedom, rights, and the importance of individual expression, going beyond simple thought-provoking. Each image acts as a catalyst for conversation, opening up channels of communication that are vital in our ever-changing world. All of these conversations point to the same conclusion: the power of images to evoke powerful emotions and provoke thought cannot be understated. The latest photos by Elin Nordegren have done just that. Regardless of whether you view these images as a celebration of empowerment or as something that pushes you beyond your comfort zone, they serve as a reminder of the many ways that art and self-expression may be understood. They make us reevaluate our standards of decency and acknowledge the courageous deeds of those who challenge social norms. And that message may resonate with people from all backgrounds. As we continue to watch and take in this story as it unfolds, I want to remind you to stay with me all the way through. There is still much to learn about the context of these images, the reactions of supporters and critics, and the possible ramifications for public discourse in the future. From the online comments to the lighting in the images, every small detail adds to the story's captivating and even challenging plot. As potent as these images' visual impact are the queries they raise about our conceptions of decency and what it means to truly be free. As we wrap up this inquiry, it is important to remember that the subject of discussion today is not an attack or a condemnation, but a chance to think more deeply about our worldview. Elin Nordegren's bold act of self-expression reflects back to us our own beliefs and values. Whether you think the pictures are overly contentious or a bold celebration of individualism, there is no denying that they are a powerful tool for sparking discourse. They serve as a reminder that the goal of all art is to challenge our assumptions and elicit reflection. Thank you for joining me as I delve deeper into one of the most talked about topics on the internet at the moment. I hope you found my analysis of Elin Nordegren's most recent images to be intriguing and thought-provoking. As you reflect on what you have seen and heard, keep in mind that every image and every conversation presents a chance to learn more about the world and ourselves. Therefore, these pictures have started a significant and ongoing discussion regardless of your opinion that she is the most filthy woman in the world. Stay tuned for more stories that challenge our assumptions about beauty, decency, and self-expression. In addition, if you liked what you heard, make sure to watch all of the videos through to the end, since there's always more to discover and a new detail that might change the way you see the world. As the protagonist of the story has so eloquently shown, enjoy the rest of your day and let these images inspire you to think creatively and live freely.